everybody. The first video we started didn't have the sound. Technical difficulties here. So I made it. I want to say thank you to the people who enter in the chat. That they helped me to say there is no sound for it. So it's technical difficulty. I just had a talk, see communications, everything was working fine. The system. What I believe so is I gotta begin more pro and get me one of these stationary microphones, high definition microphones that not using the confusions within the cameras between the microphones and so on. There is something that it's self-adjusting sometimes within YouTube, and I want to say apologize for this. But sometimes the universe does this to me, and I don't know why. Sometimes it does itself, like things that should be talked. What I was talking about in the report in there, that today is going to be a very great energies there. I was talking about, I begin to opening with the 11 o'clock energies, and those 11 o'clock energies today. I'm talking about that the moon is going to be transitions from Virgo into Libra. And that is a transitions in there within the mythology. If you look at it for the astrology inside of it, that is about the Astrea. Astrea, that you wanted all these perfections, all this beauty, all this grace as a Virgo representations in there. It is the mother, as the daughter who wants the perfection. She saw that the people don't see this imperfection. They don't appreciate what is being given to them to gift. And then she moved herself out and she ascended into the heaven and becomes the Virgo constellations that holds the Libra. And this is what actually is correlated to this today. Because at 11 o'clock at night, guys, in there, I'm going to give you the link, as I give the link into the first video I start in there. And you can read it to your own self. Hi, Lisa. Thank you for coming in. Twin Flame Power, thank you for coming in. And talking about with this is, if you have something in that area today, okay, there is something when you're in your birth chart, when you're there, you may going to find a lot of triggers, because throughout the day there's going to be a lot of triggers that is going to be coming, triggers that is. Be mindful about your balance, your energies of aggravations, situations, and so on, because that moon is going to be trigger authority in the family. With the additional pressures that we have with this Uranus squaring Mars and Venus, talking about those energies today. But in the end of the day, okay, the end of the day, we are going to have the moon that is going to be entering divine energies for quite a bit with the North Node. Then it's going to be a divine energies at 11 o'clock from midheaven towards Jupiter and the Sun, divine authority inside. And we are having a Mercury with divine energies with Pluto, talking about divine talks, about you do your self-evaluations of what you're doing on Earth. So with that being said, picture that energy of 11 o'clock throughout the day. Don't focus of what's going on throughout the day in the beginning, but focus of the results. Because what you're going to do today is going to impact the future, guys. Don't go and have your dwelling. Let me tell you what dwelling is. That is it when you have the shadows of a doubt. That's when you actually have to stay in course, but don't fight within you. It is about you to understand something, you to get the wisdom. And there is a lot of wisdom today is going to be giving to us. So without other overdue, I'm going to be moving on the site and look at the charts in there, because that's what's going on at the end of the day. But before that, end of the day in there, we are going to go through a lot of, I have a situation thing. in there. Through a lot of energies there. They are going to be helping us through finding the problems, but also working out the problems. That working out the problems makes the difference in your life. So at 7 o'clock, midheaven, it's going to be within the areas. 4 o'clock, be mindful about the aggravation talks within yourselves. In there, what are you telling yourself in the primary with this? Because that is a square Mercury, but Mercury squares the moon. That's still going to be at Virgo. She's going to be, I believe, was almost like 20. She's going to be at 24 degrees in there. But when she's transitioning there, don't forget about Mercury in Virgo in there part. That be mindful with the communications. You may be easily triggered. You may be easily to look at it. It's like you want to share your problems, and the people, it's like, come on, you always got problems, you always got the issues, you always got all those situations. Be mindful about this. You look inside of you in there, because the moon has got a very beautiful energies with Uranus. Uranus isn't trying right now with Pluto. Very powerful, big energies of transformations. And who gives you the transformations? The beauty from within, as the Virgo is. And that's how the beauty from within heals the drama from within. And the drama, once it's healed, so is the trauma. But don't engage anymore with trauma things inside of yourself. And because you're going to get the wrong visions, the wrong ideas, because the moon, it is opposing Neptune, who is in the deceiving sign of Pisces. Oh, I can choose this, so just I can see how you're going to react. Have you seen these people who does things on purpose just to see how your reactions is? Stay away from this kind of people. They have problem with anything there is. Instead of helping you find the solutions, you be next to you, they find problem for everything in there. So that is going to be at the 7 o'clock energy. Ascendant is going to be at Cancer, which is you're going to be looking at family issues. But that ascendant, it is opposing Pluto, your lack of transformations of the family. So 8 o'clock, that energy is going to be changed. Midheaven is going to be with Chiron. Beautiful energies with Mars and Venus. They're both working on their healing. If you're working and you're healing, putting your feminine and masculine energies with you, you're probably going to be working with healing energies between you and your partner through what? Communications. Because all that midheaven energies with Chiron, it is also sextiling Mercury, and Mercury is in a very beautiful connections right now with that unifications between Mars and Lilith at this time. Okay, we're talking about Lilith part of recognizing the situations, and she gets back into her own goddess energy in there. But at the same time, the female can forget her goddess part and becomes a Lilith. So this is a why the squaring towards Uranus is like, what are you going to be determining from within yourself? And since the Venus is in that proximity, we're talking about divine interventions within all this. So talk about those divine intervention. Ascendant is going to be going into this 8 o'clock energy with Saturn. And at 9 o'clock, that energy is going to be going away. You're going to be focused more within these divine energies there. Hey, Matthew, thank you for coming in, brother. Glad to have you here. And if you guys have some any questions or anything to discuss, I'll be happy to discuss with you guys. So at 9 o'clock, midheaven is going to be with the focus of the growth. Now there is a very beautiful powers if you're using this there. There is a beautiful sextile with the sun. There is a beautiful sextile with Saturn, who is retrograde, which just says like, hey, you want to build something? Go back and see why the last thing crashed, what you didn't build right. And then use your authority to change so you can have that growth in the material world. Otherwise, Pluto says, you're not transforming, not change. You keep going through the same thing, you go into insanity. That's what Pluto right now, it is squaring the North Node, midheaven, and Jupiter at this time. But there is everything of purpose. It is about you to read the energies between the lines. Never look the energies of one standpoint. always look at the energies inside with the both sides of the gravity field of this cone, what goes in and what goes out. Talking about rabbit hole, but you need to understand the rabbit hole is a tunnel. It's like a donut, and you are inside, you're spinning around, which just creates the gravity. Okay, you're connecting the gravity, learning the quantum mechanics within yourself and the energies. You're going to be able to see the two things inside. Okay, that is also applies into the to understand the colliders. Okay, the electron colliders, they spin two atoms at the speed of light through magnets around, and then they put them precisely to cross each other, to separate on their forms, and they study it there. That is what that is. But you have to have the two opposite sides so you can gain wisdom. And the wisdom tells you what crashing is in your life and how you to change, how you to improve. So at 10 o'clock, midheaven is going to be with Uranus, and you're going to be seeing two things. That is going to be, you see on the squares with Mars, Venus, and Lilith. Be careful with that because those are intense energies. But that comes in to tell you what is your exit. The exit is actually also point out the ascendant. I've been keep talking about the last degrees of Virgo. There's going to be a divine energies between Neptune and Pluto. The divine plan is going to be revealed to you when these planets, they're going to be moving to that last part of Leo, transitioning into Virgo. Okay, we're talking about this dignity lion that stays next to his queen and protects it, not this lion that goes and makes miseries around the world and so on in there. Because if the Leo is protecting the Virgo does the right justifications to hold the Libra, but the balance is destroyed by Scorpio. That's how it goes. It is, but at the same time, the Scorpio is the one who learns the truth and takes actions of the justice, performing justice, the warrior. It in. All right, beautiful energies. They're going to be, if you following that beautiful trine of midheaven, Uranus, and the moon with Pluto, ascendant is without divine energies, you're going to get the glimpses. There's going to be the rising energies at this time. They are very beautiful if you work on you. Beautiful time of this self-reflections that it's with the moon, hermit mode, and Virgo. So at 11 o'clock, midheaven it goes at 6 degrees of Gemini, beautiful trine in there with Pluto. Mercury begins to be on divine energies with Pluto. Divine communication is going to be comes in and rise up. So around 11 o'clock, you're going to be talking about divine energies happened in here. Talking about also that the moon is going to be getting this energies, but also it's squaring the sun and Mercury. You're going to feel this first square moon of this intensity. This is like a 1/4 of the journey has been learned. But what it needs to be properly learned, you're going to learn it where? In Libra, because Libra and Cancer are the cardinal signs. The family, the cardinal changes that needs to be done properly with divine balance. So that balance can affect where? The family, the earth, what's going on here on earth. That is what Cancer represent. Okay, so later on at 12 o'clock, the energy can get a little bit more intense because both the midheaven and ascendant, they're going to become added to these squares. You're going to feel this rising, intense energies there. And later on, when the midheaven goes into Virgo, you're going to feel that energy. But now you get the glimpses out of it. Let me tell you what the glimpses are. Intuitions find visions that could be deceiving from within your own self. Midheaven is squaring Neptune, Mercury squaring Neptune, Sun squaring Neptune. That's mean your authority, your talk, and your inner work, it has a lot to do with these visions there. If you don't see the visions, if you kind of like lost the directions, if you kind of like getting in there, it is about you to shift your energies to a totally different directions, because the ascendant and the moon, they are trining Pluto, and Pluto is in divine energies with Mercury. But if you pay attention, ascendant and the moon, which is visions currently that rising on the horizon, and your emotions, they are squaring Mercury. But if you focus on transformations, you can have the divine talk. So the pressures they are created, they have divine purpose, you to look at the other side. And by looking at that other side, it's going to help you from within yourself. So at 1 o'clock, midheaven is going to be together with the sun as usual. That's going to be, focus within the authority, but the authority has issue of visions. So authority have focus of seeing the things. Authority have issues with its own intuition. And ascending at 3 degrees right now has the divine energies with the North Node. It tells you about all this 3 degrees. But that 3 degrees is also where the sun is, the 3 degrees of Cancer. That is a direct square of the ascendant, which just tells you, hey, authority, you're going to be dealing with this. You think you're not going to go through it? You will. But let me tell you what is the energies there. You overcome those intense energies within you. I'm going to give you access to your divine energies, and I'm going to be helping you to transform, and I'm going to help you with your divine talks, you to go back and talk to the divine. Resurrection time to someone. This is about you to do your hermit mode, reevaluations, and reconnect into the divine from within you. That way you're connecting with the divine, with others. So at 2 o'clock, midheaven is going to be in Cancer at 18 degrees. The ascendant is at 15 degrees. The energies is going to be calmed down. But the divine communications, they're going to be on between Mercury and Pluto. The moon is at 27 degrees right now within Virgo. Still is going to have these squares with the sun and Mercury, but the energy is going to be overall a little bit more calmed down. Why? Because the ascendant, the rising energies, they're telling you, calm down your masculine and feminine energies, and things is going to fall in its place. So later on at 3 o'clock there's going to be this transitions of the midheaven goes from Cancer to the first degrees of Leo. I mean, you feel like, come on, this roller coaster, I'm tired of it. I'm going with this, going with that, and so on. What is it going on? The moon, it is sextiling midheaven. Midheaven sextile the moon, and the moon, it is trining Pluto. Pluto trining Uranus. So during that transitions between Leo and Cancer, there's going to be this beautiful kite. You catch the kite is good. You don't catch the kite, then you're going through this direct fights with your transformation. But either your transformation is going to be fighting within you to helping you to become a better versions of you. How do you know this? Ascendant at 27 degrees of Libra, it is trining with Mercury and the Sun, and it has divine energies with Neptune. It gives you the divine visions revealed to you, not these deceptions. But you have to be careful with what are you telling yourself. Are you listening to divine directions? Those little fine things of synchronizations within your day about your improvements in life. It is going to be kind of like open your capability to hear, but to see. That's what Neptune is. So at 4 o'clock p.m., midheaven is going to be together with Venus. Reminds her about feminine and masculine and Lilith in there. So Venus, it's 17 degrees, 15 minutes. Midheaven, 17 degrees, 17 minutes. Mars, 21 degrees, 10 minutes. Lilith, 22 degrees, 12 minutes. They all in Leo. They all have to grow. They all have to mature. This is a really interesting times about this. And the universe, it's like, until you don't change, until you don't grow, I don't let you go. So basically the work, you may feel a lot of pressure of this, putting your feminine and masculine energies in order. Um, Intense energy for the reasons, right? Because if you don't have the inner peace, how are you going to have the inner peace with the divine? You won't be able. You're going to miss the boat. You're going to miss the train. You're going to miss the airplane. You're going to missing your destiny. So at 5 o'clock, that intense energy is going to be very intensified because of Ascendant is at 20 degrees of Scorpio is going to be squaring Venus, Mars, Lilith, and opposing Uranus. But at this time, okay, the moon begins to have the divine energies with the North Node. Midheaven, it is very beautiful trines with Jupiter and the North Node at this time. And the moon has this trine still with Uranus and Pluto. Everything is connecting with the universe, sudden changes that you do, sudden improvements, sudden realizations. And that's what Uranus does to you. Focus you is like you go in and you see something's not working, and then you push through until divine says, don't do it this way, do it the other way. And all of a sudden, boom, everything works. This what happened to the first video in there. I was recognizing people in there and the divine in there, and it was not recording. So I had to be silent on that. It is what that is. But the people, I want to say thanks to the people who are actually helping me. You guys know who you are. Okay. And also thank you to the divine about this. So talking about that 6 o'clock, midheaven is approaching the moon there. Ascendant is at 2 degrees of Sag there. Is going to get the visions about the 11 o'clock energies. That is it, the North Node and the Sun. You want to understand what you're doing all this. The moon is a divine energies with the North Node. The North Node gives the energies to the Ascendant, and the Ascendant shows up to the authority. Here's the road. You take their authority, your patience, your things inside of it. You go through those visions. It's like, okay, I will follow this path. And then that path leads you to your destiny. And your destiny is leading you to the moon that it's still at 29 degrees, 31 minutes at Virgo. Okay? You to clear, find the beauty, the beautifications that it's inside of you, to heal yourself, to see how beautiful you are within you. Okay? Don't think you're a duckling. Find yourself or look yourself in the mirror that you're a beautiful swan. Read that story. So at 7 o'clock, midheaven crossing over into Libra. So is the moon. The moon is going to be at 02 minutes within Libra. That is going to be a time of actually a little bit before that. I will give you exact moments when things are actually going to have a very kind of like a beauty within that moment of midheaven and the moon that is going to be entering, because the midheaven is going to leading that transition. It is about at 6:44, 6:45. Then the midheaven goes into this 3 degrees with and it's still going to be divine energies with the North Node. And shortly after, exactly at 7 o'clock, is going to be in a very beautiful divine energies with Saturn, who is retrograde, to remind you what you learn, what you do. People who's now seeing this, all they're going to see is the intensity between intuitions, authority, bad communications, no visions, lack of seeing what it is. This is going to be the people who deceive themselves. Poof, right there. But the people who are working on that, they're going to follow their intuition with the universe. They're going to transform. That transformation is going to be beautiful with the intuitions and the inner work that it's done at this time. The inner work is the balance of you to learn from the teacher. You learn from the teacher, which is Saturn, the life. Saturn is giving you these divine energies within yourself, which is in mid-heaven. It's your higher self work. At this time, your focus, your intention, your attentions of what you're currently going through life. And Saturn is a very beautiful trine with the Sun. Set up that authority with the teacher. You're learning. You're learning for your proper divine authority within yourself. And with that being said, in there, don't forget, Pluto is also a sextile with Neptune. Instead of fighting Neptune, Neptune is giving you these transformations, visions. All the problems, they're going to lead you to see the other side. You're not seeing it, nobody can help you, This is why there is this kind of like a duality within the energy, but through duality, you see the point, the whole picture in there. You see the whole center of the gravity. So later on at 7 o'clock and 4 minutes, we talking about, there's going to be these divine energies of midheaven at 6 degrees of Libra between North Node and Saturn. So there's going to be a little short time when you're going to be able to put the dots in there. So at 8 o'clock midheaven, it's going to be going at 22 degrees of Libra, divine energy with Uranus. The moon, it's 34 minutes at Libra. There is going to be this ascendant of the end of Sag. That's going to be creating these crazy things. That is going to be about against authority, against the communications, against intuitions, against the inner visions inside of you. Some people may be triggered the dark night of the soul during this time. Okay? But if you follow the divine path, midheaven is in divine energies with Uranus, Pluto's divine energies with Mercury, Moon divine energies with the North Node. And all those energies, they're working all together inside of you for gaining the wisdom that you are going afterwards. So later on at 9 o'clock midheaven, it goes into a Scorpio. The rising energies, which is the ascendant, is at Capricorn. Beautiful trines there with Jupiter and Uranus at the same time. Midheaven, it's in beautiful trines with the authority and Saturn. That is the part of the warrior that understands the darkness and fights it. But if you don't find the battle within you, can be good. But if you not being good, you not grow. And that's what midheaven, there is at 8 degrees, it is opposing Jupiter. Your growth on earth doesn't happen. Your evolutions on earth doesn't happen. Your spirituality growth in the earth doesn't happen in there. Lack of being true to your own self. This is why that deep transformations is happening at Scorpio, your personal shadow, your underworld, the underworld of the society. It's all there. And talking about 10 o'clock midheaven, it's at 23 degrees of Scorpio. That's going to be pushing more pressure in the universe and feminine and masculine energies. What do the people do when there is a conflict like this? They blame their partner. Well, they should look inside within themselves. And a midheaven is going to remind you, because midheaven has only a squares with Venus, Mars, and Lilith, and opposing Jupiter. And the only positive aspect that is going to be with you, Neptune. You to look within yourself. Stop looking outside and blaming what he did it. Or they are dark, or they are this, they are that. Now you're judging. You're not justifying from within yourself. Okay? Find the beauty in there. Beauty within imperfections. And seek what you can work on you to perfect. Okay? And here is that 11 o'clock where the midheaven is going to be going into Sag. There is going to be these beautiful divine energies that are helping in there. You're arriving at this time. You're getting into these energies, and that's going to be able to help you to calm down from within you. I mean, if you're Aquarius and you have something in Aquarius, let's say within the 20 degrees, right now you may have a hard time. And let me tell you why there is a hard time, because that 20 degrees is actually opposing 17 degrees Venus, Mars, and Lilith at the same time. And that is a square in Uranus. But to fight within this, where is your exit? Your exit is because the ascendant in Aquarius has a beautiful, beautiful trines with Mercury. What do you tell yourself? Because right now, Mercury is preparing you to improve yourself. When you improve yourself, you're going to improve the communication yourself in Cancer, because pretty soon Mercury entering Cancer to come and join the authority. You to become your divine authority there. So that's what the astrogravitational report is about. If you guys have some any questions, Lisa, you lost the connections there. I don't know if is everything okay, guys? If somebody can write it to me. Andres, thank you. All right, guys. Apologize. I guess there is a technical difficulties or maybe internet issues and so on. I guess I have to reset settings and things that I need to improve in there. Thank you, Lisa, for it, and thank you guys for watching it in there, and appreciate with your patience, because I'm trying to go within the journey, and I have a lot of divine talks, and if I don't get these divine talks, I can't do anything else. It's kind of like one of these situations in there. If you pay attention, I'm doing only one astrology report. Or if I have time, I'm doing the astrology report a little bit ahead of a time and post it as a video, not as a live session in there. But doing my best for you guys. Okay. And thank you for watching it. I hope that this report helps you in your life in there, and appreciate it. Everything you guys do. All right. If there is no more questions, let's share the love and the light. And I will see you tomorrow, or we're gonna see each other at the main channel. You're welcome, Andres. Not a problem. Thank you. Thank you for the good feedback. Okay. Thank you guys for like, share, subscribes. You guys, if you have to do this, it's your choice in there. But I want to say thank you and a welcome for everything. There you go. Be love, guys.